Sarah from CrohnsBabe.com, and today I'm here to tell you about one of the most amazing foods ever, kefir. I particularly love kefir because it helped heal me of Crohn's disease. So what is kefir? Kefir is an ancient fermented beverage made from milk that's sort of like a drinkable yogurt. But here's where the two get really different. Homemade kefir contains over 60 different strains of beneficial probiotics and yeast, compared to yogurt, which has around 5. What this means for you is an incredibly healthy immune system when you add kefir to your diet. So today I'm going to show you how to make your own kefir at home. So the first thing you'll need is some kefir grains. And the word grains here is really kind of a misnomer because these are actually living cultures. And you'll see that they look a little bit like cauliflower and they're really rubbery and they kind of have like a gummy bear consistency. And these you can get online. A lot of places sell them online. There's also a lot of people online who share them. So all you need is about 1 to 2 tablespoons to start and you're ready to go. The next thing you'll need is some high quality milk. Now, I really prefer to use raw dairy because I believe it's really superior in quality. The only thing is if you're going to use raw dairy, you want to be sure you get it from a safe and reputable dairy. Here in California, we have a wonderful dairy called Organic Pastures, and I order my milk from there and I put it in my freezer and I take them out one at a time when I'm ready to make my kefir. Now, if raw milk is illegal in your state or you're unable to get it or it's really hard to get, you can use conventional milk. I would recommend a high quality organic whole milk, and you want to be sure it's free of antibiotics and hormones, and you also don't want it to say UHT. That means it's ultra high pasteurized, and that's really going to kind of mess up your kefir. So you just want to be sure you have a good quality organic whole milk. You'll also need a wooden spoon, a large glass bowl or pitcher, a 1-quart wide mouth mason jar and lid, and a small plastic colander. So the reason I use plastic for this is because it's believed that sometimes the kefir can leach metals. So I do use a plastic colander and lid, and they're both BPA free. So step 1 is you're going to go ahead and put your grains into your jar, and then you're going to shake your milk to get all the milk fat to the top and distribute it. And you're going to pour the milk over the grains, and you want to pour it all the way up. You might want to leave a little space at the top just because it will expand a little bit. So you're going to take your lid and you're going to place it on your jar. You're not going to seal it, you're just going to rest it. And you're going to put the jar in the cupboard, a warm cupboard or cabinet, and you want it to be somewhere between 72 and 86 degrees. If it's a little cooler than that, it's going to take longer, and if it's hotter than that, the process is going to go a bit faster. So I'm going to go put this into the cupboard, and I will see you in 24 hours. All right, it's the next day, and it's time to check our kefir. So there'll be a few things to look for to know if it's ready. The first thing you'll notice is that the grains will have risen to the top as well as the yellow cream. The milk will be a lot thicker, like pudding or buttermilk, and you may see separation of curds and pockets of whey. But the main thing you'll notice is it will smell very sour and kind of stinky. So when all these signs are present, it's ready. All right, let's strain our kefir. To strain the kefir, just place your colander over your glass pitcher and empty the contents of your jar. And it looks great. So you want to use your wooden spoon here to kind of get the extra bits out that might stick to the bottom a little bit. You'll see that the kefir is very thick, so you'll need to stir it to help it along, otherwise you'd be here all day. And you'll want to get it down to the grains. And there they are. So now what? Well, at this point you can do one of two things. You can take your strained kefir, pour it into a glass jar, and put it in the fridge to drink plain, use in smoothies, or any other recipe from popsicles to salad dressing. Or you can do what's called a double fermentation, which means that you'll ferment the strained kefir another 24 hours without the grains. This is called ripening, and its purpose is to further reduce the lactose while significantly increasing the B vitamins and the probiotics. Double fermentation creates a potent and very sour kefir that's a nutritional powerhouse. I always consume my kefir this way. Here's what the double fermented kefir looks like after an additional 24 hours. You would just place this in the fridge and consume it when you're ready. I like to blend mine with a stick blender to make it nice and smooth before drinking it plain. As for your grains, you'll place them back into the same jar they came out of, pour milk over them, and start the process all over again. You put them back into the same jar because this helps jumpstart the next batch. You really only need to use a clean jar about once a week or so. Making kefir is a perpetual process, and you'll notice that the grains will begin to magically grow over time. So you'll need to thin them out. You can do this a few ways. You can split them up and start 2 batches and have 2 going at the same time. You can share them with a friend, or you can actually eat them for a probiotic punch. I've even fed them to my dog Roxy because pets like probiotics too. If you need to take a break from kefir or go away on vacation or something, just place your grains in a jar, pour milk over them, and put them into the fridge. This will greatly slow down the fermentation process and cause your grains to kind of go to sleep. You will need to check on them every 2 to 3 weeks, check the milk, and change it out. As you can see, making kefir is a really fun and simple process, and you'll be thrilled to find that it greatly improves your energy levels, digestion, and overall mood. In fact, kefir is known as the feel-good beverage, so here's to feeling good.